Hi, I'm Doug Lennox, a senior tri-captain on the men's swim team, and this is Eye of the Tiger. I started swimming when I was 6 years old. I got thrown basically in the pool by my mom. I had too much energy when I was young, and since my sister joined the team, my mom thought it would be natural if I did too. I have a reasonably athletic family. My mom knows how to float. My dad was All-American here at Princeton in swimming. He was All-State in high school for football and baseball. One of my sisters went to the Olympics with me this past summer, and my other sister swam through college and did gymnastics when she was younger too. For Princeton, I swam the 50 freestyle, the 100 fly, 100 free, 200 butterfly. Never usually anything over 200. So we'd call those things the sprints events. When you're swimming a 50, you just basically it's a dive, and a turn, and a finish. You just go. No thinking really involved. Just kind of spin your arms as fast as you can, as strong as you can, and get to the wall first. When it's 100, you do 4 lengths, so you have to really focus on keeping good technique, good breathing pattern. You want to make sure that you get your air on the first half of the race so that you're not completely oxygen deprived on the second half. And then when you're talking about a 200, that takes a lot more strategy, where you have to figure out where your easy speed needs to switch to a building of your momentum, and then your final sprint at the end. You don't want to generally sprint the entire thing, because otherwise you'll become oxygen deprived probably halfway through the race. Your legs will just give out, your arms won't be able to move, and so if you swim a smart race, you can come home pretty strong, probably as strong as you went out in the first 50 of a race, which is the key. I actually had the opportunity to swim for Puerto Rico and Beijing this past summer, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, hopefully twice. We'll see how 2012 goes. But I mean, to go there and represent a country, especially a country that I've been so close to, even though I was born in America and grew up in America. It's where my mom was born. I've been there every year since I was maybe 3 years old. So, you know, to represent my mom's people and that side of my heritage, it's been a great privilege. And, you know, just being in Beijing was outstanding, you know, getting to meet all the famous athletes, if you will, and kind of brushing on their shoulders and their elbows was like, wow, you know, who would have thought? My favorite part of the Olympic Games were probably the opening ceremonies. We were paraded out through the Bird's Nest Stadium, and there was a moment where we went from air conditioning to the normal heat of Beijing. And so when we hit that wall, that was when you stepped out onto the actual field and the track, and we walked around. So it was kind of wild to see all the 90,000 people cheering for you, even though they didn't really know anybody from Puerto Rico probably. My most memorable experience at Princeton would, in the pool anyways, have to be a tie between my sophomore year HYP tri-meet. It was here, and we're undefeated here, so we pulled through, and that was the only actually HYP meet that we've won since I've been here. So that was a big deal. And then the other one would be this year against Penn Cornell. We had another tri-meet where we were just wearing practice Speedos, and Penn and Cornell came out ready to race real tough and some of the high-tech suits and stuff, and we were able to hold them off and keep our record intact here. A notable other, though, for a most memorable experience would have to be the acoustic set Lincoln Park played at Cottage probably about 2 months ago. It's really special. One of the best-kept secrets at Princeton has to be Cloister's cheesy eggs, you know, because the crew team and the swim team are members at Cloister. We all have morning practices throughout the year, so we actually put a lot of emphasis on our breakfast, and it turns out to be something really good. And anytime people come to visit, they're like, dang, I didn't know about this, but you know, we have probably the best breakfast on the street, I'd say. Being a big sports fan, all my role models growing up were athletes, great athletes. The biggest one was probably Michael Jordan, since I'm from Chicago. A couple of the other ones are Muhammad Ali. I liked his storied past. I loved the movie with Will Smith. It all just strikes me as something really special. And then other than that, I guess, you know, nowadays it could be Michael Phelps, but since I race him, I guess I shouldn't really be praising him too much. I'd rather beat him than be him, so I'll keep that one on the down low. When I'm not training or when I'm not in school doing schoolwork, one of the activities I've involved myself in is Team Darfur, which is co-founded by Joey Cheek, a sophomore here on campus. It's basically just a human rights activist organization of Olympic athletes and professional athletes that are trying to raise awareness for some of the human rights violations that are going on in the world right now. And it was named after Darfur, which has been a worldwide known genocide for the last probably 7 or 8 years. But a lot of people still either are unaware of it or have yet to take any action against it. Princeton swimming is a storied tradition of being, I guess we'll say, rambunctious guys. You know, there's 50 of us on the team. and what we like to call razzing each other is what we do every day. It's really just a big jokester kind of atmosphere, especially starts with our coach, Rob Orr. He's just the craziest guy ever, and this week is the week before Harvard, Yale, Princeton tri-meet, and tradition has it where he'll do a skit for us to pump us up, and it's just wild, you know, something that the freshmen probably have never seen before and that the other upperclassmen look forward to every year. And another tradition in Princeton swimming is we don't shave our faces between the months of December and January, so that's why you see me looking as good as I do right now. After I graduate, I'm applying right now to Teach for America, so hopefully I'll get into the program and either move to Los Angeles or Chicago and join the Corps there while I'll be training for 2012 in London. Other than that, you know, if I don't get in, then I'll just be training and hopefully be a professional swimmer. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Doug Lennox, and this has been Eye of the Tiger.